What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. FSD version 13 is finally here. So you guys already know I got it installed ASAP, and we are sitting here on FSD supervised version 13.2.1. Now, why is this a big deal, right? Well, they've added a ton of new features, even from version 12, which was already very, very good. So I've got the patch notes up here. So everything is native now to AI4. We've got a 4.2x data scaling, 5x training compute scaling, speed profiles on both city streets and highways now. And here are really the big ones that impact performance. Integrated unpark, reverse, and park capabilities. We're going to try and get that tested today. Improved camera cleaning, redesigned controller for smoother and more accurate tracking, and dynamic routing around road closures, which displays them along an affected route when they're detected by the fleet. So that's a huge thing. I've had videos in the past where I've run into road closures, and it's done some weird stuff trying to get around it. Not good. We'll see if we can find anything. I don't have anything specifically in mind, but if we run into it, we'll see. And then we've got some upcoming improvements. 3x model size scaling, 3x model context length scaling, audio inputs for better handling of emergency vehicles. That's a big, big deal. Improved reward predictions for navigation, improvements to false braking and slower driving in parking lots, support for designation options, including pulling over, parking in a spot, driveway, or garage, huge, efficient representation of maps and navigation inputs, and improved handling of camera occlusions. So tons of functionality and features in this most recent update, and I'm super stoked to check it out with you guys. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention that they added. If you go into your car settings and you go to autopilot, you can see we've got this Start FSD Supervised from Park option, and you can basically, read about it here if you want to pause the video real quick. But we're going to go ahead and turn that on. So yes, we'll enable that. And what that's going to do is that's now going to give us this button on screen. So you can still use the button on your steering wheel if you want to, but this is kind of paving the way for what will eventually be FSD unsupervised and in the future vehicles without steering wheels. So just on-screen input only. So we'll go ahead and use this. And I positioned my car specifically so we are in park. So we are going to potentially shift out of park, reverse, and then get going, which will be crazy because I've never seen it happen before. But let's go ahead and get started. Press and hold, and it's gonna go. And then we gotta tap brake to confirm, and it's starting. And we go in reverse right away, and the car is backing up. This is crazy. When you do so much driving on FSD, and then, like I used it yesterday, and it didn't do this at all. And then one day later, here we are, and it's doing it. Less than one day. Hours later, it's doing it. It's just crazy. All right, here we go. We'll stop and go. Auto lane change unavailable. I don't know what that means. Haven't seen that before. So you can see already that our speed profiles, we are on city streets and we still have our speed profiles up here. So we've got hurry going right now, which is probably what I'd leave it in. I haven't really tested the other ones, but it seems based on the videos that I have seen of other profiles, there's not a huge discernible difference, but we'll leave it in hurry. But speed control so far seems great. I would be going about 5 over on this street. A lot of people go 10 over on this street, but just to keep it safe, go 4 or 5 over, and it's doing a great job of just handling that and then speeding right back up. There's not a lot of weird wheel stuttering or anything like that, which was still a little bit of an issue on V12 on the later versions like 12.5.4.3 or whatever the last one I was on was, but this has been great. It would always wheel stutter right here. Butter. I've been absolutely stoked to check out this version because everything I've seen on Twitter and in videos that I have watched, people just say it's perfect. And so obviously we'll try and get some issues or find some issues if we can, but even version 12, like later versions, have been really, really good. And I hope that all of you on hardware 3 have been able to, or will be able to soon, get the 12.5.6, I think, is the version they're coming out with. Because it was really good. It was really good. So, and of course, I hope you get version 13 soon. But it seems like they're really focusing AI 4, hardware 4 right now. This is a tough intersection because it doesn't stop, but it creeps out. Checking, it's pulling into the lane. Like, I love that it just barely stopped at all. That was great. So it came to its full stop and then went. Kind of a hidden stop sign here. On older versions, not recent ones, but older ones, it's missed that stop sign before. I mean, that was the smoothest stop I've ever had in FSD. That was, that was smoother than me, truly. I don't know many humans that stop that smoothly. And again, no issues right now with speed control. Like, in the past, even recent versions, it seems to always go way too fast or way too slow. This is going just a little bit quicker than the speed limit, which is like how 95% of people drive. So that's perfect. We do have a speed bump right here. Okay. Well, there's our first disengagement there. It was going pretty quick over that speed bump. I can't really even see that speed bump, but that needs to get fixed. So I was very interested to see how that behavior would go, but not great. Had to stop for that speed bump. We'll go ahead and re-engage here. There's another one right here. Okay, it sees this one. Sort of. Still went a little quick over that, but it did see it at least. I've had a couple spots on every single version of FSD where it's had issues with speed bumps. Even in my neighborhood, it doesn't stop at all. Has some significant issues with speed bumps. So I'll definitely be checking that out. And I also had issues with that spot right there in the past in a more recent version. I think it was on the Cybertruck. So I'll check that. I'll go back that way and see if we've improved at all in that regard. Another speed bump here. Looks like it does see it this time. That one was like really low to the ground. It was in a really shady area, like well covered, shady, and just didn't see it. All right, we've got train tracks here. It creeps up to this stop sign and then comes to a stop, which is all correct. And then we're at a weird stop, so those people have gone, and it will be our turn after this. It's already creeping into the lane, which is awesome. And then it goes right after that car went, which is great. I love that kind of creeping action into the turn. It's very natural. So far, I mean, just incredible outside of that one speed bump, which sucks. But again, there's no signage for a speed bump there, I don't think, and it's just really kind of, I can see human drivers missing it also, but you'd expect more out of FSD, I think. All right, we're getting close to our first destination here, so I will go ahead and put in another spot, and maybe we can go back the other way past that weird intersection and see how it does. Just absolutely incredible handling of those turns. No stutter, no stopping, cars coming, just perfectly smooth. All right, I put in another spot. It waited. I was wondering why it hadn't started yet, but it was waiting for that car because it was coming up behind me, and I was just kind of stopped on the side of the road with my hazards on. So even more like than I saw, it saw that car coming and just waited before it went, which was great. Again, it's seeing these speed bumps just fine. Let's see if it's still going to take me on that same route. Yeah. All right. I did notice it just had a speed limit max at the top there, so it set the max as 35. 40% increase over the normal speed. It's 10 miles an hour, 40% of 25. Yeah, is 10. Nice, okay, yeah. That's what I have my settings to, 40% offset. I think that's what Tesla recommends. I can't say enough good things about how just, I mean, seamless and smooth the braking is. That has really been something that until recently has still been pretty stuttery. I mean, this is like gliding in and out. You could actually do the coffee cup thing. You could hold a coffee cup completely still, and with how smooth the braking and the turning is, you wouldn't spill much of any. I did also get version 13.2.1, I think, on the Cybertruck at the same time, like the Model 3 and the Cybertruck got it at the same time. So I'll be making a Cybertruck video tomorrow, and it'll probably be out a day after that. So be on the lookout for that. Hit subscribe so you don't miss that. I definitely want to try the parking feature as well, see if I can get that to work. I've seen that people have mixed results getting it to work since you don't have the options to be like, put me in a spot or pull me up to the side of the building or whatever. But we've already seen it do reverse and unpark. So I want to see if we can get it to actually park in a parking lot. I think that'd be really cool. We'll see after this destination here. All right, good. So it went around those striped lines. Oh, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. It didn't cross, it could have, because people do that all the time. It could have just gone straight across that kind of little guiding white lines on the ground, and it didn't. It smoothly curved around it. So good. So it handled that speed bump fine. I almost want to go like back over this area that I had the issue with and see. Again, beautiful, beautiful braking for this stop sign. Full stop, go. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Joa. If you guys are in the market for some premium Tesla accessories, I made a whole video talking about it down below. You can watch that, or you can head over to Joa's website using the link in the description. They make some of, if not the most premium Tesla accessories you can buy aftermarket, including this 6D invisible phone mount that I'm using right here. Absolutely awesome products. If you guys are interested, check out the link in the description and use my code METZ5 to get 5% off your order. More speed bumps. All right, is that a speed bump? Kind of. It's like a rumble strip. Probably could have slowed a little bit for that, but it was like this tall off the ground. It's not any bigger than any other bump in the road. So that's a really tight road right here, and that truck was taking up a big portion of it, and we didn't stop, we didn't slow down, we just knew we could make it, and we went and sent it fully. All right, we're back at that weird intersection. So it needs to turn like right here. So it came to the stop. It doesn't need to go up here. It needs to just turn into this little intersection right here. Yes, yes, that's perfect. And then come to another stop. Full stop, blinker, go. Yes, that is exactly it. That was just amazing. That is a tough intersection for humans, and it just handled it perfectly. Look at this. It's just sending it right around this parked car, no visibility. It just crept out to where it could see and then saw that the car was going past and just went. I mean, this is crazy. This is like so much is happening all at the same time, and it's not even thinking. I felt in the past that FSD's been kind of more reactive than proactive. It kind of watches what happens and then goes. This is like, I'm just gonna go. I know what to do. I know all these steps ahead. And then if there's interactions that I need to handle, I just do it. And that is awesome. So we're getting ready to turn here. I was wondering why it was going so slow, but it was just creeping up to this turn. And we're here. All right. Well, let's get one more destination in. All right, I got our last destination in for this video. We didn't do any highway, but I am gonna try and get it to park itself at this restaurant and see how we do. Tap and hold, and then tap brake to confirm, and we're gonna go. I wonder if they'll get rid of the tap brake to confirm thing. I wonder if that's like a put it in gear type thing. All right, we got it opening, and we go. So in the past, it's handled this train track weird. So I wanted to force it over this train track. So you have to come to a stop and then go, whereas in the past it was just going, even though there were cars coming across the train track. I don't see any cars, so this might be kind of a fail. But we'll see what this car does here. They're turning. All right, they got there first, and they're waving us on. So we're gonna go ahead and go. Nice. That was great. So I guess, I don't know if FSD saw the wave or not, or if it was just like, you're not moving, so I'm just gonna go, because we kind of got there at the exact same time, but that was pretty cool. All right, we've got some more speed bumps here, so a little nervous based on our previous speed bump experience. So there's one right here. Yeah, it was not slowing down for that. It was gonna go over it at probably like 20 miles an hour. That's disappointing. That was a really tough one to see. The one I just went over was even tougher to see. So it might be a time of day thing. The sun is shining like directly into the front cameras here, and it's still doing really, really well with everything. But that's 2 times now where I've had to take over solely because I don't want any damage to happen to my car by going over the speed bump too quickly. Again, I guess you could call those critical because they could do damage to yourself or the car. But not really. There's another one right here. And it went over it while turning. That was pretty sweet. It still slowed down for that, which was good. But it was our right away, even though that car was right there and handled it perfect. Oh, okay. Good, good. Saw another. It saw that one, and that one was super shaded. So I don't know what the problem is. I've reported it every time, but just want to be like, keep it fully transparent with you guys. I don't know why it struggles with speed bumps sometimes. I know a lot of people that use it haven't had the same problems I've had, but I've also not had some of the problems that you guys have had. So sometimes inconsistent, but all of this kind of training data will really help to make V13 the best version so far, which I can hands down say it already is, but it'll just get better. It already feels so much more natural though, not having to like get yourself out of the spot, start driving, and then click it, to just being able to be in park, in your garage, in a parking spot, in a parking lot, wherever the heck you are, and just tap the screen or tap the steering wheel button and it just go from any position. That is really what makes this feel next level and makes this feel like we're so close to it just being able to do everything perfectly. And again, I'm gonna see if it parks me in this parking lot. I'm really hopeful that it does, but again, we'll see. Again, kind of a tough turn here. It creeps out so it can see. So it came to the full stop, then it crept up. Car behind me is like trying to get around me. I don't know if you can see that right there, to turn right. I kind of want to tap the accelerator just to move up a tiny bit, but I think we're going to go here in just a second. So I'm just going to leave it. Normally I would, okay, wow, that was really, everything moved at the same time. That was crazy. That car just started to go around me, and then that other car was coming, but that was fine. It did it. Perfect. It was great. I would have probably scooted up, like, it can tell that the car's trying to get around me, so I would have moved up a tiny bit, as much as I could without getting into the lane to give that car some room to go around me, but it's fine. Again, speed control. The fact that I haven't had to think about it at all shows you all you need to know. It's been great. Normally I'm focusing on it a lot because it's just going way too slow, way too fast, whatever. This has been just beautiful. Again, sun just directly into the cameras and my eyes here. I'm trying to keep this visor up so I give you guys the best visibility I can, but I guess I could technically wear my sunglasses that I bought specifically for an FSD video a couple videos ago. I like how it was like pre-turning. That's really cool. Again, it's thinking ahead. It's not like reacting to other cars. It's just like, I'm going, this is my navigation path. This is the way I'm trying to go. And you guys are just kind of in my way. I'll let you do your thing legally, but I'm ready to go. I have a feeling it's just going to pull me in front of the building, which stinks. I really wanted to watch it park me. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But it really did take the longest way possible to get back around here. Really nice neighborhood speed control. 26 and 25. Neighborhoods are where you really want it to be pretty close, especially in some of the neighborhoods around here that have their own like security and cops and stuff like that. They'll pull you over if you're going 3 miles per hour over the speed limit. So here we are, we're back. Took the scenic route. All right, so we're here at Roosters. A fun casual joint. Not sponsored. Okay, so, oh, I thought it was gonna do it. Yep, it's just pulling me like right up front of the building. Let's see if it puts me in park. Yep, okay. Well, it pulled me right in front of the building and came to a stop. So I just dropped a pin like in the parking lot. And let's see if it just kind of stops me in the middle of the road here, or if it's gonna go. Yeah, just gonna park me right in the middle of the parking lot instead of put me in a spot. Really? I see you see all these spots. Can you not park me in one of these? Spot, 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 spot. It's like straightening the wheel a little bit. What are you thinking about here? Can you think about a spot? Oh, are you thinking about it? Are you considering? No. Okay, well, couldn't get it to park in a spot. Again, seems to be a pretty common issue. This is not a me issue. I don't know what the little trick is since they haven't added the ability yet to kind of select what you want it to do when it gets to the destination. But you can see the bones are there, right? it's still bringing you to a location, stopping and putting you in park, and then resuming FSD out of park. So that's already just a massive step in the right direction. But hopefully I can get it to park itself at some point soon, or that update will come out some point soon. So maybe in future updates, we'll be able to get it to park itself in a parking lot, but not today quite yet. But again, I'll be making a video on FSD 13.2.1 on the Cybertruck tomorrow. So hit subscribe so you don't miss that. Again, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see on these FSD drives, and I'll do my best to make that happen. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be among the first to see every single new video the second I hit publish. We'll see you in the next one.